So I'm sure you don't want to die of a heart attack. I'm sure you want to keep making progress. I'm sure you want to keep a well-functioning brain, right? And why am I bringing this up? Because not a lot of people are taking their blood pressure seriously. I take it so seriously that right here where I make content, where I watch TV, where I do my work, I have a blood pressure cuff. Okay, this is one that goes on my wrist. The reason why blood pressure is so important, a lot of people tend to think that your blood pressure should be able to fluctuate. If you're stressed, it's normal, right? If you gain weight, it's normal. The thing is, you don't want to look at rises or drops in blood pressure as normal. Think of blood pressure as the one, that in addition to heart rate, I would say the two, are the two main important factors on determining your general health and predicting problems that can go wrong. The reason why it's important, think about this. You're a kid, you're playing outside. You remember when you used to play with the garden hose and spray your best friend, right? Remember when you used to put a kink in there or squeeze the hose, build up that pressure, and then let it go and shoot out? That's exactly what's going on in your body. When you have high blood pressure, that pressure is building up and it's shooting through your body. It's shooting through your organs and it's causing damage, okay? It can start to overflow those blood vessels and cause damage. In addition, it could push more fluid into your kidneys, push more fluid into your liver. It can cause a lot of issues, okay? It can cause edema, it can cause edemas, it could cause aneurysms, it could cause strokes, especially if the high blood pressure is because of buildup or issues within your blood vessels. So like think about it like this, in that same hose, if there's gunk that starts to build up in there, you don't even have to kink it anymore. The pressure is going to increase because there's less space for the liquid to go through and there's still fluid going down. So your blood pressure at all times should be in a relatively good range. Systolic, diastolic, if you want to talk about general numbers, anywhere from 120 to 130 and then 60 to 70. So top number 120 to 130, bottom 60, 70. Now, there are some conspiracy theorists or people on the outside who think that the medical associations and the pharmaceutical industry actually reduce that number so that more people would have hypertension, aka high blood pressure. I'm not going to sit here and argue semantics. I do still think a lower blood pressure, even if that is the new normal, is still a positive. Now, there are going to be plenty of things that are going to influence your blood pressure: lack of sleep, stress, your body weight, the exercise activity, caffeine, whether you're using PEDs or not, genetics, a lot of things. But it is important to at least get a baseline of what your blood pressure is at. So something like what I just showed you is very inexpensive. Something like that allows you to easily access your blood pressure and measure it. What I will say is the best practice is just pick a few days a week, even 2 days a week, be consistent, check it, right? Different times of the day. That will allow you to at least have a baseline and see what's happening. So this blood pressure monitor checks your blood pressure and your heart rate, which most do. If I start to see a trend, and I just randomly, will do it when I'm watching TV or something like that, if I start to see a trend, regardless of what the number is, if I see it going up, I know something is happening. And then I'll look at what is going on with my body. That's what I do as a coach. And that's why I have my clients give me their heart rate and blood pressure. Because a lot of times you can get ahead of problems. One of the biggest predictors of cardiovascular risk or just death in general is going to be your blood pressure, and is one of the more easy things to attack and approach and to troubleshoot. Same thing with your heart rate. So with that being said, if you're just an everyday average individual trying to get in shape, you might not think it is important, but it is such an easy thing to do. If you're a bodybuilder, especially on PDs, or overweight yourself, or just massive because you're a massive bodybuilder, it is going to be paramount that you start to take your blood pressure and take that seriously. Look between those numbers, start to document that, start to look at what factors that you can adjust to do that. A lot of fitness coaches nowadays will tell you, oh, you got to take telmisartan or all these medications to bring your blood pressure down, when there's a multitude of life factors that you can change: diet, hydration, training, sleep, things that should be attacked first. I always look at medication last because that is treating the symptoms, is not treating the core issue. If you found this information useful and you like more, please hit the subscribe button. If you'd like to know more about what it'd be like to be coached by me and work with me one-on-one to get you your goals, feel free to hit the link in my channel description. Or if I sent this information to you via DM or some sort of messenger, just reach back, be like, hey Ian, I'd love to know what it's like to work with you. Could you give me more information on your coaching? And I'll be happy to show you.